What up, guys? Video blog? What? Yeah, I actually have something that I want to talk about in the video game world. Crazy, right? It's just been kind of like a pretty stale last couple of years, to be honest with you. Just playing random FPS games or random rehash sequel games, and I don't know, I just haven't really been excited to talk about games or even play games, to be honest. For the most part, I just play like Call of Duty or just watch YouTube. I really haven't been playing a whole lot, just kind of been meh. But yeah, I made kind of an impulse purchase. I'm sure a lot of you know if you're watching this, but I've bought myself a Switch. I'm not gonna go grab the system out of the dock because that would be too annoying. You know what it looks like. But anyway, I kind of impulse bought a Switch because I've kind of low key wanted one for a while. Either couldn't find one, or when I did find one, I didn't have the money. Found one when I had the money, and it happened to be the color Joy-Con one, which honestly I've never seen until when I bought this one. So I just went ahead and did it, and I just wanted to get something different, something that I really wouldn't play normally, something that I wouldn't really even get normally. Like, I kind of looked at Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, and kind of looking at the games, I'm like, I don't know if I'm really into these games, because I'm just, like, set on buying, like, shooters and stuff, like I said. But, whatever, man, I just got one, and to tell you the truth, I'm actually really liking the system. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. Some of the things you can do on the system are pretty limited. There's not a lot going on in the store, there's no virtual console, online still has friend codes, etc., etc. But to be honest with you, it's just a really cool system once you really get to try it out. Um, Admittedly, probably won't really use the portable mode on it, but it's kind of nice. When I first got this system, I had this really, 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 really bad ear infection. Like one that was so bad that I just basically had to lay down lay down and take Advil to even like stand like the pain. And I went to the hospital and everything. That aside, whole different story. But the only time I could really do anything was when I was laying down. So I was able to take the Switch with me in bed while I'm laying down and actually play a little bit of Zelda or whatever. And that's been really surprising that I would use that, but it came in handy. Um, and I really liked, the versatility of this. I mean, this grip, I hear a lot of people saying they don't like it and that you need a Pro Controller because this is not comfortable at all, but honestly, it's really good to me. I kind of hold my controllers loosely. I know some people are kind of like, they like kind of fucking maul this thing, so they're like, oh, I can't reach the analog stick down here, whatever, I can go like this. But I kind of do it loosely, so I'm just like, whatever, man. It just works fine for me. So, um, anyway, I think I just turned the switch on. No, I didn't. Anyway, but it works fine for me. Honestly, this is really comfortable to me. Is it as good as like a PS4 controller? No. But I mean, I'll probably get a Pro controller down the line. But honestly, the reason I haven't gotten one is I heard the D-pad's actually not very good, and that's kind of one of the main reasons I'd want to get it is for a D-pad, like playing a fighting game or a 2D game or something. So I don't know. I'm kind of almost waiting for a revision on that one, but who knows? But let's just talk about the games I got for it. Get that out of the way. Let's start with the quickest one I can do, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Um, I was kind of dogging on that, but when it first got announced, because I was like, whoa, what the hell, why are they just doing a rehash? But it's a really good package, and you got to think that not a lot of people played the game. There's probably more people that have it on the Switch right now that ever bought it on the Wii U, because the Switch has already sold almost half as much currently as the Wii U did in its entire life. And what was that, like 6 years? So yeah, it's kind of a good idea to port a game that they probably spent a lot of time and money on. This game, it's really well done. It's really interesting. I like the tracks, they're anti-gravity and going up the wall and all that stuff. And there's so many tracks because it has all the DLC. So it has like 48 tracks. So when you play online, I played online yesterday for like 5.5 hours, and I only repeated tracks a few times. It was just like constantly new tracks, just something to do for hours, which is pretty awesome. And they added the new battle mode. I tried that, a couple rounds of that, and that's really cool. There's actually a battle mode because that's what they left out of the original Mario Kart 8 battle mode on tracks. Like, they clearly just ran out of time or just didn't care with that one. So this is really good. If you have this game and you want to play, let me know. Exchange some friend codes. Okay, get that out of the way. And here's a game that I bought on a complete whim, because I'm going to be honest with you, this game didn't really look good to me. So I just said, you know what, I'm trying to just revitalize, play some stuff that I wouldn't normally play. Got Splatoon 2. So, here's the thing about Splatoon 2. I'm not going to go ahead and say that it's like some fantastic multiplayer experience or some high-level game that I can see myself playing for like ever. It's not. It's just like a quick, like, matches only last like 2 minutes. It's like a quick, easy, you can do just run through a bunch of matches really quick and just kill some time. But it actually does have a little bit of depth to it, and it is interesting. I give Nintendo one thing: they managed to come up with like an online shooter that is totally different than anything else we have, and that's kind of cool. Like, it's not all about killing; it's about painting the whole area, painting as much as you can, and that's how you win. Like, the kills help, obviously, because you're pushing the enemy back so they can't do it, but it's mostly just about trying to come up with strategies on how to paint as much as you can, and there's just a ton of weapons in that game. There's like, I think most of the DLC stuff's from the first game's in there for free, and there's a lot of maps. I mean, there's some things I really hate about it. Like, I hate how every time you start that game up, you have to watch some kind of like fake news show or like some whatever about like Splatfest or some shit. But other than that, it's pretty fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. So it's pretty cool. I mean, is it really worth $60? It's debatable, but as we know, everything on the Nintendo consoles are going to be expensive. Cue every accessory for the system, every 5,000 of them. Which, by the way, I bought their like official screen protector, and it sucks, and I couldn't get it to not bubble up, no matter what I did. And I tried to be very careful, so that was like $6 or $7 wasted. But that's besides the point. But now onto the meat of the reason why everybody's got a Switch: Breath of the Wild. Okay, this game is a total shock to me. I am like kind of a classic Zelda guy, so my favorite games are the old ones, like the original Link to the Past. Even like Ocarina of Time, I'm not like the biggest fan of. I like A Link Between Worlds, that was fucking awesome. I even like the Minish Cap and stuff like that. I'm more like a classic Zelda guy. So like Twilight Princess, I didn't really like that much. I never played Skyward Sword, but I heard it was kind of like easy and like But this game is actually really fucking awesome. Like, it's not what you'd expect. Like, I like it because it's very difficult, survival based. It's almost feels like Nintendo didn't even make this game, because it's got like a little bit of Minecraft where you need to go mine stuff and collect stuff and come up with recipes and all this shit to like cook or just whatever. Like, you have to like make fires to cook food for healing items, and you're gonna need it because when you start off, this game is ruthless. You'll have enemies that'll kill you in 1, 2, 3 hits. And if you're like big on exploring, like I'm doing with this game, like honestly, I'm like kind of avoiding the main quest stuff as much as I can. I try to explore areas where I'm probably not supposed to be yet, and there's enemies that'll kill me, that'll put me on like a quarter of a heart or like half a heart in like 1 hit. So that's pretty tricky, but I have tons of healing items. I've been experimenting with different recipes. Like, I'll read the description and be like, okay, so this is a stealth item, this is a stealth item, and this is a stealth item. Put all 3 of those together, and it's like, oh, this crazy combo of this made this awesome, like, 3-star item, or whatever. It's like, it's really cool. It's just, it's really interesting. Like, when I watch videos of it, like, you see, like, the shrines and stuff, and you just see, like, this shrine that's kind of like above ground, and it's just like in the open. And you're like, well, that's kind of boring. But they make them a lot harder to find the farther you get, and they like the towers, like the Assassin's Creed towers, as they people have been calling them. They're actually tricky. Like you'll see it in the distance. Like, oh, I'm gonna go over there, and on your way there, there'll be all kinds of troubles, or there'll be like little puzzles that prevent you from going to it. Like I didn't know that like there's these vines that you have to burn, and I accidentally lit one on fire by smashing like a rock or something, and then it lit like all the vines up the whole thing and opened up the area, and I was like, wow, that was really clever. And same with the shrines. The shrines, some of the shrines, you're like, well, this is gonna be boring. But then when you get in the shrines, they do like a lot of little clever things. Like there's one shrine, where there's a locked door with a chest behind it. It's just like an optional thing. And you're like, how the frick do I get into this little locked area? And then you'll notice like in the room, there was like a vine, and you had to burn the vine, and then the vine dropped a key, and then you had to use the magnesis ability to lift the key out of the room, and then use the key on the door, and then go into the room. But it's really interesting because I would never think of like using like a telekinesis kind of ability to like find a key on the floor and like kind of like maneuver it out. And it was like kind of interesting. And there's like a lot of weird stuff because you can stop time and like build pillars of water, and there's like a lot of things that you wouldn't expect to do. So it's like really clever. And considering there's like what 120 in the game, I'm expecting there to be a lot of crazy stuff. Like I'm not even close to even scratching the surface on this game. I'd say I've probably played 12 to 15 hours of it, and I've only got like 6 hearts maybe, and I haven't done any of the divine beasts or anything. I've only maybe done like 12 shrines. So yeah, I have a lot of fun. Some of the Korok stuff, like the story stuff's kind of cool. I know they kind of advertise the game having voice acting, but there's not really a lot of that, which is okay. I mean, I don't really care too much about the story. I'm in it for the exploring. But yeah, I'm really liking the system, dude. Like, I think it's a good purchase. I mostly, the game that really sold me on it, to be honest with you, was the Super Mario Odyssey game. That looks fucking great. And other than that, they announced Metroid Prime 4. I was like, Metroid Prime 4? Okay, you've got me. So, and I'm really, I know I already went over the controller, I'm trying to find it here, but I'm happy that we finally got a system that ships with a full regular controller, and it's, like, it has the gimmicks. It's really smart that they came up with a way to give you regular control and gimmicks if you want. Like, you just be like, alright, now I need motion controls, if that's a thing. But yeah, the Wii U bombed. I'm glad to see that we've got a Nintendo console that's actually selling, so maybe we'll actually get something cool. But I don't know, guys. I'm actually pretty excited about this one, and I know the only bummer is it's like a generation behind in graphics, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm having more fun with these games than I am with my PS4 at the moment. I mean, I don't know, I guess it's all about the gameplay in the end, so I would suggest picking one up if you're on the fence. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. So maybe you'll see me do another video blog in the future, maybe in a couple years. So alright guys, catch you next time.